Find the sum of the two solutions of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 for real valued constants a, which is non-zero, b, and c. In the previous two examples, we encountered quadratic equations which look like this, and in the first case we were able to factor that quadratic equation. In the second case we used completing the square. In this case we're going to use something called the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula says that the two solutions to this particular equation are negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And that's a formula worth memorizing because it comes up quite often. So that means that the two solutions that we have to this particular quadratic equation are given right here, and those two solutions are x is equal to negative b minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, and x is equal to negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now the question asks for the sum of those two solutions, so what we want to do is we want to add this quantity right here and this quantity right here and see what we get. So the sum of those two solutions will be the first one, which is negative b minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, plus the second solution, which is over here, and that is negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Well, fortunately, in adding these two things, we have the same common denominator. So what we're going to do is we're going to get negative b minus b, and that is negative 2 times b. And we are going to get minus this quantity plus the same quantity, and this quantity minus that quantity is 0, divided by our common denominator, which is 2a. Now you'll notice that these two 2's both cancel, the one in the numerator and the denominator. So this becomes just negative b over a, and that in fact is the sum of the two solutions to this particular quadratic equation.